Well, hello, everybody. I'm Brenda Easton, founder of the Black Business Owners Network and co founder of the Black Empower Media Network. Here with another interview today. I'm interviewing Dr. Tonya Blackmon. We are so honored to have someone who truly embodies the spirit of empowerment. The amazing Dr. Tonya Blackmon, known around the world as the Queen of Collabs and Grants. She's a three-time Amazon best-selling author, global speaker, business professor, media mogul, and founder of Conglomerate Empowerment LLC and Mucho Dinero TV. But before the awards and the titles, there was a little girl with big dreams. Today, we're going to get to know the woman behind the empire, from her roots to her rise. And we know her story will inspire you. Hello, Dr. Tanya, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello. Thank you so much, Brenda, for having me.
Sure, of course, of course. So let's just start from the beginning. Where did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
Oh, I grew up, I'm a Southern girl, although I live in Las Vegas, but I'm still Southern. I'm from South Carolina. I grew up on a dirt road in
Really?
Cottageville, South Carolina. Yes. Route
Wow.
1 box 439.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. So, who were some of your biggest inspirations growing up then, especially when it came to leadership, entrepreneurship, and service?
Well, you know what? My family, I come from a long line of family business owners. And I remember when I was a little girl, my grandfather had a little shop in the back where he sold cookies and candies and whatnots. And then my grandmother, although she worked a full-time job, she always had something that she was doing on the side. So
Mhm.
it was my grandmother really that influenced me more so than anybody else. And of course, my great grandmother. She would cook and she would also clean people's homes and the churches in the community.
Wow, it sounds like something like my childhood. My mom always had a job, but she had a little business on the side.
Hmm.
And she even like cleaned on part-time and made money that way as well. So
That's
wow.
right.
Okay. So yeah. Can you remember the first moment that you wanted to become a businesswoman? The first
It
moment?
prob- I'm thinking it really was during that time because I think that we mirror what we see. And then and my great grandmother, when I graduated from high school, she actually wrote me a check, you know, as a
Mm-hmm.
gift. And so I believe that it was just the people that I was around. I was real young because it was like embedded into us to like go to school, go to college, get your degree, but also always have something on the side. So I've
Absolutely.
always wanted to be a business owner.
Good, okay. So where do you live now? And how long have you lived there?
We've been living in Las Vegas for the last 8 years,
Mhm.
but my husband and I both were in the military. So we've lived East Coast, West Coast, and have traveled the world because of the military.
Okay, I see. Okay. Now you wear so many hats: business owner, professor, speaker, author. But who is Dr. Tanya Blackman at the core?
To be honest with you, I'm not going to make this church, because it's not about church today, but more than anything else, I'm a woman of God. I'm a woman of prayer. I absolutely love Jesus and I love praying more than anything else. And most of the time, I'm Nana, I have
Mhm.
4 grandkids, and I have a loving husband, Brian, and 3 grown children. So, more than anything else, I still cook food, I still make homemade cakes. That's really me. So, and I'm the same on screen, off screen, no matter where I am.
Great, great, great. Now you're a proud wife, mom, grandma. How has your family influenced your journey, and how do you manage to keep everything aligned?
Prayer, number one, and
Yes.
organization, because even with this weekend has been all about my husband and his 60th birthday, but everything was pre-planned. Even today, this meeting with you was all pre-planned. So I think with planning, we're able to just get so many different things done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now you're known globally right now, but how has some of the challenges that you faced early in your career, how did you push through them?
Oh wow. It's been so much because I'm not gonna lie to you, being a black woman in America, it's difficult. And then also being a black business owner in America and really around the globe, there's challenges also with that. But when I look at people from my past, like my great grandmother and my grandmother and my mother, they didn't have DEI programs, but they still pressed through. So I lean back on what they did, and what they did is it just took a step of faith. And that's what I'm still doing. I'm still walking on faith, just operating in faith.
Right. So, Conglomerate Empowerment LLC is making a huge impact. Tell us
Thank
how it
you.
got started and what was the mission behind it.
Okay, so this is not a good story because people often hear like you started it because of something that was awesome, but that's not true. My husband and I have been married for 33 years, but almost 10 years ago we were going to call it quits. And we separated for a while, and during that time we didn't really, we weren't communicating the way married people communicate. And then one day I woke up and I didn't have any money, but I needed food for the kids. And I said, God, what can I do? And that's how the business really was birthed. I actually, somebody paid me to do their business plan, and I just called different people because we didn't have social media like the way it is
Mhm.
today. I
Right.
just called different people, and by the end of the day, I had my first $250 check.
Oh.
I'd done a business plan for somebody. Well, I've been hired to do a business plan for somebody. So that's
Mhm.
really how Conglomerate Empowerment got started. It got started out of a desire to just really get money on my own
Mhm.
instead of like calling my husband. I didn't want, pride would not allow me at that time
That's
to give him a call. So I said, no, I'm going to do it myself.
I get it. I get it. Now, through Conglomerate Empowerment LLC, you help business owners develop online businesses. Why do you believe that online businesses is one of the most powerful tools today?
Because you can make money doing almost anything. If you're really good at something, and you can be a consultant for it. So now they have online people that are really good at gardening. And if you're a good gardener, if you know a lot about agriculture, you could just be a consultant doing that online. All you got to do is just be good at one thing. And then what you could do is just get a link, say how much you're going to charge, do a
Mhm.
consultation, and bam. It doesn't take all of this red tape. And you know what's really good about having an online business?
What's
Really
that?
and truly, the world is at your fingertips. So
Yes,
that's
that's
what I like being a business online business owner.
yes, I feel that with my
Mhm.
whole heart. Now, you help entrepreneurs to get ready to apply for grants. What are some of the top mistakes that people make when applying for grants?
Well, if you live in America and you apply for grants, the number one mistake I believe is that if you're not certified, your business has to have a certification. That process needs to get done. You also have to make sure, when I say certified, I mean through the Secretary of State, no matter what state you live in. That's
Mhm.
number one. You have to be certified. And then number two, you have to have a plan. I have this quote where I say success is planned. So you need to figure out, how am I going to get my customers? How am I going to get my money? So you could say do a little mini 1 or 2 page business plan on just how
Right.
you're going to operate your nonprofit or NGO. So be certified in every way that you can, especially in America. And I don't want to go too much on this, but
Right.
certification to the Secretary of State. Another step I say is to go ahead, get your EIN number in your business name, your EIN number in your business name, then get your 501(c)(3). And then after that, just apply every day, apply for different grants.
Okay. Now, you also offer corporate training and nonprofit NGO development. What are a few key things that every nonprofit or corporation should know when scaling?
Oh, that's a good question. Ooh, that's a loaded question too. Let's see.
Mhm.
One of the things that I think that everybody should do is to collab with others. Find another corporation or another NGO, another nonprofit that's already doing what you're doing, and offer your services. Team up with them, collab with those people. And then once you make those right connections, I'm telling you, they're good people. There's good people in this world, and you hook up with them, and you'll be able to just see yourself excel, and be able to grow and help other people.
Yes, that's what the Black Business Owners Network is all about,
I
collaborating
know.
with one another. That's how we met. So,
Hmm.
right now, you also specialize in creating money grabbing strategies. What's
Oh,
one strategy that you believe every business owner should be using right now?
it's so one of the things that I use, a good tool that strategy that I use for online development is called Book Like a Boss. Now,
Mhm.
I don't get a kickback for this, but on Book Like a Boss, you could actually sign up and use their services and create a link. And with that link, I recommend everybody do this. If you're good at changing tires, if you're good at cooking cakes, cooking cookies, whatever the case may be, sign up for a free link so that when you meet people, or maybe if you on your social media platform, you'll be able to say, I'm good at this, I'm a consultant doing this. And then when they say, okay, I'm interested in that, you'll be able to share a link with them, and voila, you can talk about how you're going to get paid while you're talking before you start doing the services for the people. So always have a link for whatever you're good at. Always
Mhm.
be ready to sell.
Always be ready. All right. Now, you hold interactive in person and virtual meetings. How important is face to face or live connection when building a strong business?
Oh, I absolutely love both face to face and online connections, but it's something about being in the room with the person that makes it more dynamic. And
Mhm.
you're able to actually see the person, look them in the eye, hear their heart, give them a hug, and really just make that personal connection. So that's one of the reasons why I prefer in person connections. But to be honest with you, live connections are powerful too. I'm at a process now, I'm actually traveling the world and meeting people that I've never seen before. So every time I meet people, and I don't think you know this, Brenda, but I am really, really short. I'm not even 5 feet tall. So when they meet me, they're thinking, I thought you were a giant.
I mean, too.
So no, no, I'm really, really short. Not even 5 feet. But that's okay, that's okay. But the thing about it is that I'm happy that I'm able to go around and meet different people now, and I'm still learning and meeting,
Yeah.
things about other people too. So do both of them. I say that if you're on the fence, make those online connections, but also make those face-to-face connections. And it's
Yeah.
really been the online connections that have actually helped me, level up in my business.
Yeah. Hmm. Now, you also offer private strategy meetings and help corporations to build global business plans. What does a strategy session with Dr. Tanya really look like?
I'm a woman of faith, so lots of times you don't have to be a Christian, any faith levels. I always ask people, what is in your heart? What has
Yeah.
God shown you? What
Um,
is your dream? What are your desires? And then what we do is we write it all out. We do it right, write it all out during that session. And then through prayer, I'll offer advice. And then I have a doctorate in international business that I
okay.
earned several years ago. So I draw also from that experience, and we come up with a plan because every plan is strategic and tailor made for each person. Not one plan fits everybody.
That's true. Now, what would you say to a business owner who's growing fast but feeling overwhelmed? How can they benefit from sitting down with you?
Oh, that's awesome. Well, one of the things I say is never do anything alone. I am known as the Queen of Collabs. I believe that out of all these billions and billions of people in this world, are you telling me that God has not set aside one person that can help you or two people that can help you? Don't do anything alone. And to be honest with you, whenever you grow, you have to have a team of people to help you to get from level 1 to level 12 to level 13 to level 1000. So don't do it alone. Go ahead, grab a team of people, and then go ahead and just, be trusting. Because
Yes.
like I said, there are some good people out here. And I pray that prayer always, Lord, surround me with good people like yourself, Brenda. You're a
Mhm.
good person.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
know that.
Likewise. Likewise. Yes. Okay, now switching gears to your media platform, Mucho Dinero TV. Mucho Dinero TV is such a powerful platform. What inspired you to step into media, and what can viewers expect from your content?
Oh, that's crazy. Mucho Dinero TV is really crazy because it was birthed out of COVID. What actually happened in COVID? I started it out as a podcast, and I remember in prayer, God was saying media, TV, different things like that. I was like, I don't know anything about media and TV. God, what's going on?
Right.
But then God sent different people to my path to help me be able to get all started. So that's really how it really started. I was afraid, and I'm okay with that. Do it afraid. No matter
Yes.
what it is, just go ahead and do it. If you don't have the money, just take whatever you have in your hands and go ahead and make it happen. So that's how it all came about. But on the Dinero TV platform, what you're going to do is you're going to get money grabbing tips, not only from myself, but from people that know more than me about how to create money making strategies, to be honest with you. And one of the things that I also love doing is really networking with people and also making sure that other people are promoted. That's so important to me. So you'll get
Um,
to know new business owners and also established business owners and be able to learn from their expertise also.
Right. And you met some of your first guests from the BBON, was that correct?
Oh, yes, it was. I'm still meeting people from BBN.
Oh, what?
Yes, I am. I'm still meeting people
There's
from BBN.
70,000 people in this. It's
Yes,
70,000
yes.
people. So,
And I still
wow.
invite people to the group because that's important to me. You
Mhm.
know, there's
Mhm.
a scripture in the Bible, I don't know where it is, but it talks about how what I make happen for Brenda, God makes happen for me.
That's
You
right.
know,
Right.
so there's no competition. We're all in this
Absolutely.
together.
It's true.
BBN, I love BBN. You know that. And I
Yeah, I
love you
do.
too, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, now, can you share one or two of your most memorable shows and why did they stand out?
Oh, wow. It's so many different shows. I'm trying to think about one of the recent most memorable shows, or there's a group of women, African American women,
Hmm.
and that are traveling the world and they're doing things that I don't know if I could ever do that. So as a matter of fact, Marissa, she lives in Dominican Republic. She moved to DR 3 years ago, and she's been doing her online business and living on her online business for the last 3 years.
I mean, I know. I know. I've
I
got a
can't
BBON
believe it.
member that lives in Mexico, one in Africa. They did the same
Yes.
thing, moved from the United States. I'm like,
Yes, there was
wow.
another lady that's living in Merida, Mexico. She has 3 children, and her
Mhm.
father moved to Merida, Mexico. I interviewed her on there also. She is just faith, and she's she works online, and she's been living there, I think, for almost 2 years now. So those
Wow.
have been two of the most memorable, shows thus
Mhm.
far.
Mhm.
And I think because this is a time for us to do something different. you
Mhm.
know
Yes.
we have to really look at what we're doing because the times have
Mhm.
changed. I believe there's been a changing of the guards. This is a
Mhm.
time to start something new, to do something exciting. So those
Yes.
are some of the recent ones.
Okay, now for those watching who love to be on your show, what type of entrepreneurs or experts are you looking to feature next?
Oh, anybody that has a desire to just live their dreams is what I want. And then the people who are living their dreams, I would absolutely love to hear their business story, and people that are doing like good things for people, good things for organizations, good things for communities. Because to me, that's what it's all about. It's all about giving back and loving and helping people. So those are the type of guests I'm looking for. But I'm also looking for people that have already have their documentaries already completed. And
Oh,
I'm looking for people with movies that are already done. Um,
I'm
and if
working
they
on
have
one
all
right
that
now.
done,
I didn't know.
yeah.
I don't know if you knew. I'm working on one for my son Zamari right now. The
Oh,
one
you
that
are?
drowned, yeah, in Virginia
Would
Beach.
be happy to
We're
help
putting it
you on
together.
that.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, we got to
so
get together.
yeah,
Mhm.
because what we do is we have a distribution network.
Okay.
So, and what I do is I pray over the titles before we release them. And
Mhm.
then we're on like 120 different channels. I can't promise that you'll be picked up on all of them, but I
Mhm.
say you won't be picked up on any of them if you don't
We're
try.
gonna try. There you go. Now, okay, you're also a best-selling author of several impactful books. What inspired you to start writing, and how do your books serve your audience?
Oh, they really, all of my books are, they're like personal development. And
Mhm.
my very first book is called 7 days to spiritual awareness. Is really my first book. It was over 20 years ago is when I wrote it. And it's all about personal development. It's all about spiritual development. My recent book is about 52 ways to 1K. In that book, you're going to learn over 52 ways in order to manifest 1K or more in a week, in a day. And a lot of the people, we have like 8 authors that have given their personal stories on how they actually did it. And I just shared my story on how I manifested $250 in one day. And may not be a whole lot of money to me, to
Yeah.
people, but at
But one day,
250 is
yeah,
okay with me.
yes, that's
So
really.
yeah, so I absolutely love being an author. It was from God.
Mm.
I saw a dream, and in the book, I mean in the dream, I saw a copy of the book, the title of the book, and that's why I wrote the book. So it's all God. It really is.
I love it. I love it. Now, in that book, 52 Ways to 1K, how did that idea come to life, and what kind of mindset shift do you want your readers to walk away with?
Well, I really want people to embrace the gifts that God has given them and realize that they can take those gifts and actually manifest real money. I absolutely believe in making sure that you have a good job with good benefits. I'm not telling anybody to quit their day jobs. But I also believe that, like what you said earlier when you were younger, and then
Mhm.
when I was younger, when we were kind of, we always had our family members to have that side business. Well, I'm encouraging people to do that. So with that book, you could use it as a tool. Just follow what you see in the book. Follow those tools and then manifest $250, $1,000, $10,000, $1 million. It's up to you, but do something. So that's what I want. I want that, and I want the mindset to shift from just thinking about just America. There
Mhm.
is money. I've traveled the world. Money is everywhere. So
Wow.
can you imagine selling a product for $1 and then selling it to maybe somebody in Mexico and selling it for one, well, 10 pesos?
Mhm.
One idea could turn into $500,000, $25,000. And do not believe what the newscasters are saying. Mexico is not broke, busted, and disgusted. The places that I've experienced and that I've gone to, those people are rolling in money. A
Wow.
lot of them are.
You've been
There's a
to,
lot of wealthy people in Mexico.
wow. Okay.
And they're not running to jump over the board or what the border to come and be in America either, because they're driving in nice cars or shopping,
Mhm.
and they're just loving life.
That's great. Okay. So now, out of all the books that you've written, which one is the most personal for you and why?
The most personal one is definitely the first one. The 7 days dive into spiritual awareness is
Mhm.
because that's when I really started my journey as an adult with my Christian faith. And what
Mhm.
I do is I take readers step by step on a journey every day for 7 days in that book.
Wow.
And I would be happy to give to anybody that's listening a copy of that book. I mean, as a gift. Yeah, I'll be happy to gift that to
That's
the readers.
that's amazing. I would love to read it. All right, now
Thank
so
you.
so what's one message you hope that every viewer walks away with today after hearing your story?
Oh, wow. That's another. I have to, let's see. The message I'd like you to walk away with today is just do it. Whatever God has called you to do, just do it. Do it from where you are. And then I believe the second, I'm gonna have to plug in BBON. The second thing is don't do it alone. BBON is here for you,
Yes.
BBN is here for you. And you can see Brenda's here. She
Yeah.
always makes it available. So if you need any promotions or whatever, be sure to connect with her. Just do what God has called you to do, and then make those right connections.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, how can the viewers today support you? Where can they get your books?
Oh, wow. Well, you could go to actually Barnes and Nobles. All of
Mhm.
my books are on. If you just type in my name, Dr. Tonya Blackmon,
Mhm.
it should come up. And all of them, you can find them on Amazon or on at Barnes and Nobles platforms. It's a digital format. If they want to get a signed copy of one, they can contact me on either my the www.conglomerateempowerment.biz website, or they can contact me through IG. I am only Dr. Tonya B. That's ONLYDRTONYA B.
Okay, all right. And how can they attend like one of your trainings or get on your calendar for a strategy session?
Oh, that's awesome. I have a link available. So if you go to my website or if you go to IG, I'll be happy to share a link.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it was amazing talking to you and getting to know you even
Likewise.
better today. I don't want to hold you up too long. I know you're on your you said your husband's birthday celebration this weekend, and I just love how you guys travel and y'all just living life, and it's just a beautiful marriage. And it's
Oh,
good, like
thank you.
good to know you more personally, and
Thank
interview
you.
you today. And if anybody else like to be interviewed, you can just text the word interview to 202-308-3157, 202-308-3157. The interview can be in front of the BBON 70,000 members. It could be at the BEMN network, which is seen on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and Tubi. I love interviewing and getting to know the BBON members. Again, it was lovely getting to know you today. I'm not gonna hold you up too much longer. We're gonna talk soon about that book,
Yes.
about the documentary, and perhaps get together do some more interviews. Okay?
Yes.
All right. You take care.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself and see you later, BBON. Bye bye.
Bye bye.